Hi everyone, this is Damaris, the founder of DBP Beautypreneur Academy, and I'm here to answer some few things that you might have, some questions that you might have. We've gotten so many messages, questions. I remember the first time we put this ad a while ago. For the first time, we had 200 people in 2 days, and it was amazing, overwhelming. Our team, our receptionist, our admin had to go through our DMs, our emails, just to sort out the messages, because we also have salon clients that do their hair. So we were like, oh my God. So I have to make this video so you can have an idea of what you're getting yourself into. I want to make sure you know what this is about. So before you sign up, please check this video and you will have most of the questions. I'll try to give you a teaser too of what you're gonna have and what you're expecting and all that. So I'm gonna have my phone here as I look through questions that we've had. And before I go through those questions, I want to tell you my story. I started doing hair a long time ago. I can't even remember how long ago, but I started doing hair when I was in high school. And I remember when I was in high school, one of the students came and told me, can you do my hair? And I said, I don't do hair, I've never done hair. And she looked at my hands and she said, you can do your hair. And I was like, okay. And I did the first cornrow. And well, the rest is history. And I just been doing hair over the years. Now, I am originally from Kenya. I've been in the US for 15 plus years. And it's been an incredible journey. When I was in Kenya, I did not venture into the hair industry. I've always done entrepreneurship. I had a restaurant. My father took me to go to learn about hotel management because my daddy was in this big 5-star hotel. So he wanted me to go to learn hotels. So I went and did hotels and all that. And we opened our first restaurant in Kenya, and we ran it. It was successful. We were planning to open other locations, but an opportunity presented itself to come to the US. Well, we came to the US, and I was like, finally, I want to do hair. I always loved to do hair. Even when I had a restaurant, I used to leave my restaurant to go to my friends who had a salon, and then I was just hair for free. I realized I just love to do it, even when I'm not get paid, and that's how you know when you really called into something. So I moved to US, and we moved to Minneapolis and Minnesota. Some of you might know Minnesota, or some of you might be in Minnesota. It's really cold, and I had my first client the second day I landed. And before I left Kenya, I went to school a little bit to polish my skill in hair, dressing and all that. They were like, you are good, like you are amazing. Anyway, story short, we moved to Minneapolis, and the second day I landed, the second day I had a client. Actually, I had a jet lag, and I started doing hair, and then we moved to Dallas, Texas, and I did hair for 7 years in my apartment. Yes, for 7 years. Somebody may say, why did you not open the salon immediately since you had done business? You know, I have values, and family is one of my values. I wanted to raise my kids. I have 2 kids, a son and a daughter. My son is 18. My daughter is 17, and I wanted to be home with them. And I'm married too. We'll be married this year, 20 years. Yes, 20 years. Can you believe it? And I wanted to be home. I wanted to build my marriage. I wanted to build, my kids. And money wasn't my pursuit. My principles were God, family, and the rest. And so I stayed for 7 years doing hair in my living room. And let me tell you, those 7 years were the foundation stages. So if you're here as a stylist and you really want somebody who started from zero, you are in the right place, because those 7 years, they looked like they were a waste. I remember when I was a hairdresser, I would go to my friends who have big collar jobs. I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, and they will ask me, what do you do? And I'll say, I'm a hairdresser. And they're like, and what? I say, I'm a hairdresser, and what? Like, they wanted something else. But I that's what I wanted. It brought me so much joy, just doing hair, connecting with my clients, talking to my clients. And when I was in the house, doing hair in the house, the experience I got was amazing, because when I moved from Minnesota to Dallas, I used to fly to Minnesota almost every month to do my clients. They will fly me out just to go to do their hair. After a while, I was overwhelmed. I told them I can't. So I had to concentrate in Dallas, Texas. In those 7 years in Texas, it was an amazing journey. I used to have clients that used to fly in just to an apartment. Some will come from Louisiana. I remember some of my clients from Louisiana. Some of them may be watching here. They would drive 5 hours, Austin, Houston, and I was like, this is just crazy. And after a while, and I saw the kids are grown, I just had a prompting to go out and start the business. Now, I moved to a commercial building. That's another step. And I'll be sharing in the school, because some of you are like, oh my God, how do I even step out? And I was very sure I did not want a suite. You know how people want a suite, one suite? I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I just knew I was ready for a salon. I was ready to hire, because the experience that built just in also doing the restaurant, and also, being in the house, I don't know, something in me told me I can do it. So we stepped out and I started looking for a commercial property. Now, that's a whole story. Let me tell you, this class is going to be amazing, because I am teaching you from my own experience. I'm not teaching you a theory or something I had. And I remember, just stepping out, looking in different properties. They were ridiculously expensive. And anyway, we found a location, 900 square footage. It was an amazing location. It could fit like 4 to 5 chairs. I had one room that had 4 to 5 chairs. And also I had a private room. I always wanted my model of salon. I wanted to have a private suite. Why? Because my clients love to come in the house because they love the privacy. So I had the private suite. I had 4 to 5 chairs, so that it can still replicate what I had in the house for those who wanted the privacy, and a little reception area. And within 8 months, we expanded. We had to expand the property because our clients, it was completely full. Some Saturdays we didn't have enough people, a place for people to sit. The waiting areas, they had to sit in the cars. So I expanded, and so I can also put some products there, and then still there. It was full. We had to put some clients on that side, and where the products were, and the business continued expanding in such a speed. And after 2-3 years, I think 2-3 years, we expanded again. And this time, and it was so fast. You can imagine doing business in first 8 months, you're already expanding. The second year, I had more stylists. I almost retired from doing it because I didn't need to do hair in the chair. I could run the business. I was able to hire my first receptionist because it was a journey. And then the third year is when I was like, we need to expand. There is no room for us. And we talked to our landlord, and we were able to get another location. Actually, it was a whole mosque. And that was last year, 2025. And we were able to take over a mosque. It was 2,000 plus square footage. And in that place, I was able to set up for stylists, more space. I had a big space for stylists. I had hair for places, for a place for products. I had a place for receptionists and reception desk, a nice room, but also we had a place for school, and we have a place. This is our private room. We call it VIP room for clients that really want just privacy and just that homey feeling. So that's us. That's my story, and I have learned so much. We have now, around 20 stylists, I think more. I lost count. We have lots of stylists. We have admin team. We have receptionists that are answering calls. We have people in the evening taking DM calls and texts, and we're growing. So we're looking forward to having more locations, because even in this location, some Saturdays we don't have room. We don't have chairs for the clients because it's already getting full. So it's been a journey it's an amazing journey, and I'm so grateful to God. And last year, December, I never thought I would ever, do the school. But last year I was prompted by God. I was praying and I was prompted to open this school because people were asking me, but I was like, we're too busy. And I found that I had so much to give, so much to give. You know, some of you go to cosmetology school and you learn just about doing hair and it's more basic, but nobody teaches you how to make the money. Nobody teaches you how to get the customers, because you can know how to do hair all you want. I hire stylists all the time, but they don't know how to get clients. Gifted stylists, they don't know how to build system. They don't know how to do the pricing. And so this school is built for people that want to see the results, not just theory, not just you going to a school and having just a certificate, real results. And I'm going to teach you. This will be an amazing, amazing class. Now, I want to go through a few things here. I want to give you the tour of our program. So we have beginner program. The beginner program is for everyone wants to start doing hair. This is somebody who's starting from scratch, like you have never done hair. Well, I've taught before. As I said, I had never done school, but I've taught. Most of my stylists, I teach them. I've had stylists that I taught from scratch and they work for the salon. And actually they end up being so good because of, just knowing from scratch and be hired. So the beginner program is for you if you're starting from scratch. You've never done hair before. You want to do hair. You are coming for the beginner program. Now in that class, we will teach you basics, everything. And I think this will be so good for mothers. You have, let's say, sometimes we've had clients that they had autistic kids, and it's just hard to bring them to a salon because of different sounds, how it affects them. And, some of these mothers, I think will be good even to learn some basics, because sometimes you want your daughter, your baby to be in a peaceful environment. So you can come for this class. It's for beginner, for mothers, for everyone. You are a guy, you want to start. We have had male clients that are asking to also learn this class. So you are welcome. And when you go on our website, you will see the classes, and let's do our website. Let's go to our website, DBP Academy, and you will see the classes, and you will see the beginner, braiding, intensive, and it goes for 12 weeks, and you can see online is only $597. To tell you the truth, 12 weeks, I'm giving you a knowledge for 12 weeks. We're going to have pre-recorded the videos. When we record them, we're going to leave them pre-recorded for a whole year. You can access, you can learn, you can train. We have the hybrid experience for $1,497 for 12 weeks. Now, you guys know information is power. Some of my clients spend $1,000 to do a hairstyle. Can you imagine? A hairstyle. Now, this is knowledge for 12 weeks, and they spend it in a day. So you are investing on yourself. Beauty industry is growing. We are taking over, and you don't want to be left behind. And that's the hybrid. Then we also have in person, 12 weeks, 2,300, 12 weeks. And I'm going to be teaching with instructors, and mostly I'll be teaching because I really want to give you what I have. So those are the classes here, and that's the beginner. If you're starting, you don't have you are like fresh. I have to teach you how to even do a corner. That's your class, okay? And now we're gonna go to the next class, and the next class will be intermediate braiding masterclass. Now this is for stylists. They have an idea. They braid, their braids are kind of crooked. Now, one of the things I think we attracted a lot of clients is I'm a perfectionist. Now, when it comes to braiding, we love neatness. You can go to our salon page, Damaris Beauty Parlor LLC. We are on social media, on Facebook, we are on TikTok, we are on Instagram. We love neatness. It's not been easy because I have now more stylists, and I had to make sure I coach them to have the same brand. So I'm a perfectionist. I love to teach you into details. I want you to be the best. So this is your class if you want to be intermediate braiding mastery class. We call it, when you go on our website, intermediate braiding mastery class. And this class is gonna be for those who already know how to do hair. You might even be having clients. You may have a suite, but you wanna perfect your skills. You wanna go into details. And so when you go on our website, you see the class, and it's also 12 weeks. And online is 1,800 because this class is intensive. We will show you different things, logs, micro logs, even client consultation, professional system. You're not just gonna learn just to do hair. You're gonna learn how to consult clients, professional system, branding, photography for braiders. Now we are in a changing generation. This is not a generation where you just knew how to do hair. You have to know how to take content. When we are hiring, sometimes I don't hire stylists that don't have content or pictures. I need to know. You can tell me you've been doing hair for 15 years and you have nothing to show me. I mean, sometimes I can come and have somebody come and do a mannequin, but we don't have time. We are in a busy generation, so we will consider those who have content. So I notice stylists don't even know how to do content, the angles, the taking, those, parts and all that. So we're going to teach you that in that class, techniques, instructor tips, live, all this access, for these materials for a hold here. And we have flexible payment plans on these classes. Then we have hybrid, of course, the same thing. This is if you want to do half in person and online. That is your class, and giving you all that in 12 weeks. And then we have in person 3,500, and this is hands-on. And I'm going to be teaching you with instructors, but I'm not going to be there too teaching you about this, how to grow as a hairstylist. This is going to be so good for stylists that are already started and they do not have guidance. We are needing mentorship. Mentorship is very important. And then the other class that I love a lot, I'm not saying all other classes I don't love. This is one of my favorite. It's mother and daughter beauty experience or braiding experience. This, when you go to our website, you will see there I'm with my daughter. Now, when I was in my house 7 years, I didn't know as I was building my business, I was building a young entrepreneur. And one Christmas, my daughter came and told me she wanted a sudden gift. I said, what gift do you want? She said she wanted a mannequin. Wow. I said, wow. She says she wants to learn how to do hair like me. So she will come and mirror me as I do hair. Listen, my daughter is one of the neatest, best stylists in my salon. I mean, I have amazing stylists, but she is on another level. At age of 15, she bought her car cash. Yes, and she was going to school, playing basketball, singing and leading worship at church, and still acting career, and she was still able to work part-time and buy cash. And I sat down and I said, how many mothers have young daughters? How many mothers have young daughters and they do not know how to do hair? Can you imagine teaching your two daughters? Now, they might be going to college to do something else, maybe nursing, they might be going to college, maybe IT. But listen, hair skill is an important skill. I have stylists that work for a regular job, but because they have a skill, they work here weekend and they're able to supplement their income. I think doing hair, if your child is talented, even if they're still going to venture into other things, it's still good to learn. I have had stylists that are nurses, that just are nurses. And they finish work and they come to the salon and do another shift to take clients, and they make money real quick. So this is for mothers. We encourage you to come with your daughter to learn together because it's going to be the same price. But if you want to send your daughter, perfect. If you come with that, it's still going to be same price. So we were able to do a package of you guys together. And you can see there on the website is $550, in person 2,200, and that is 8 weeks, hands-on, 2 people, you and your baby. Come to this class. All right, now the other class now I love too is Beautypreneur Blueprint. Let's go there. And this class is, listen, this one is for those who are ready to scale into the business, those who are ready. Is 3,500. Now you will see the reason is a little higher. Is 24 weeks. Okay, it's gonna be 24 weeks business curriculum. Now this one I'll teach you. This is what you don't learn in school. You know, in school, they don't teach you the money part, how to make money. The system just wants you to know how to do hair, but they don't want to tell you the systems, the branding, how to grow the business, how to have all these consistent high-end clients, how to control your social media, Facebook ads. This is the class. This is the class. And that's why it's a little higher. But you have to invest in something. And I'm going to pour myself of years of experience to you. Now, this is a class, we're going to teach you even the vision of your business, starting hair business from home, legal setup, licensing, branding, market positioning, transitioning to commercial salon, all that, marketing and social media strategy. Oh my God. I will teach you how to get your clients, consistent clientele through ads. I learned those ads by myself. Companies were trying to ask me $1,000 to $3,000 a month to run ads because I didn't know how to do it. And I learned and I became amazing. And I will show you on our ads manager how much we have spent and even how much we are getting from ads. It's ridiculous how I've been able to scale the business with ads. You need to be in the room. It's, financial discipline. I'll teach you financial discipline. Now, one thing I'll tell you that is amazing. I built this salon with no debt. Even when I started, I didn't have no credit, nothing. That's how crazy I was. I was naive. I'm from Africa. Listen, you guys, I know you're from here. So Ireland, now I have all that. But when I started, and until today, I've never gotten any debt. Build this from self-funding. Everything. Hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars. Moving into a property, commercial property. All that. Yes, which means I learned strict financial discipline. A lot of entrepreneurs do not have that. They want a big business, but they want to drive Lamborghini in those initial stages. Not say that it's not important. Not say that you can't drive a good car. But I want to teach you how to discipline yourself until you're able to now sit down and say, you know what, I'm going to go spoil myself with a nice car. But when you're starting, we're going to see some disciplines. We're going to see some things that you need to cut off. Oh, yes. You want to be an entrepreneur or you want to get in debt? I'm not in debt. Can you imagine expanding and building all this with no debt? I don't owe nobody. It's what we're going to teach them. And that will be in the Beautypreneur Blueprint. Expanding your business, building legacy and giving back. You just don't want to just build salon and you're empty. I give back. I have nonprofit, a nonprofit where I do teach, bring entrepreneurs, women in leadership, where we teach, we empower them. And so there's also legacy. There's also giving back, because the worst thing as an entrepreneur is to make money that has no purpose. Oh yeah. You make that money and you have no purpose, you're going to go crazy, because the money will come and you'll be like, what am I going to do? And all those little hidden stuff you've been hiding, those some addictions you've been hiding, when the money comes, it exposes what is already inside of you. So we're going to show you how to channel out for purpose and legacy so that you can be disciplined, but you can also be a blessing to many people. We're going to, we have flexible payments. The hybrid experience is $5,500. Now, this is a 6-month course. 6 months. Look at you. How much do you spend in 6 months? Nails, makeup, hair. But education, the amazing thing about education, once you learn, you cannot unlearn it. It's yours. It's yours. You've learned it. You own it. You can duplicate it. I have trained some beautypreneurs, some students. When I was not even doing school, I was just doing it out of my heart. I was just giving back. And some have their businesses. Then we have the executive elite under the Beautypreneur Blueprint. And it's $8,500 for 6 months. Now, this one is intense, because you're going to have small group mentorship experience, priority mentorship access to me, and many other things, and direct 6 months mentorship access to me. Can you imagine in this generation having mentorship? Do you know how mentors? It's like one of the things that when I was starting a business by myself, I looked for mentors. They were not even available, leave alone to pay them. They were busy. And so I have taken this now. I wanted to show you how serious I am. This year, I had my regular clientele. And we're talking about many. We have hundreds of clientele. In our database, we have thousands of our clientele. I had to announce to them and tell them, this year I cannot take clients, new clients, and I can only do on Fridays, because I wanted to create room for this. My heart is to empower others. It took a lot of steps for me to do this, because I could have just run the business and keep opening locations. I mean, the salon is quick. I don't even have to work now. I have, more than 20 stylists working. And I set time and I said, you know what, I want to give back. Yeah, you're going to pay. I'm not saying it's free, but what I'm going to give you is more than that, because I've learned the power of giving, and I'll be teaching the classes how I have been, and I'm not bragging, it's the power of giving. Because if you don't give, you become greedy. All you care is money. So when you give, you're taking away greed from your heart. And so these classes, we have set it because I want to empower the next generation. And my heart, especially the young ones. I have a 17-year-old. My daughter works here in the salon. My son is in school now, doing football and business management and accounts. He still works for me even when he's in school, online, doing accounts. So the young generation have an opportunity to learn, because the beauty industry now is not just doing hair. It has content creation. It has ads manager. It has booking system. It has pricing. It has a lot of things. It has a lot of segments. And so our young people, if you don't want to enroll, please, and you have young people that want to enroll them. And last but not least, we have one-day classes. Now, one-day classes actually got so much traffic. Oh my God. When we posted on Facebook, I was shocked. You are the quickest. We're in a drive-through generation. I was shocked. I said, they don't want eight weeks. They want to learn in a day. That actually was our class that we launched, the last one. I was like, let me try one-day class. And it's like everybody been asking that now. Since you guys want that too, it's a one-day class, and I'm gonna be with you most of the day. And if you can choose what you want. There's micro locs. If you wanna do micro locs, I think that's the most pricey one now. It's not that expensive comparing. The service itself is 1,000 and something. Sometimes at the salon we have even 3,500. The micro locs. That's one of the classes. So if I think our price should be maybe 1,200, our regular price, but we have specials going on. I think it's 750 or something right now in the month of June. Our one-day classes, we have boho braids, knotless. We have microlocs. Our microlocs, class is for premium. Microlocs are expensive. It's a premium style that goes even here at 3,500. So you're gonna learn microlocs, and you can literally learn microlocs, and tomorrow you have a client and they pay you $1,000. Win-win, because microlocs is trending here at the salon. Yesterday we made like 5,000 to 8,000 just doing microlocs alone. We didn't count even other clients. That's how microlocs is bringing revenue. We have boho braids and knowledge. Sometimes you might not have clients. You want to learn also other styles. Sometimes you don't have those people want to pay expensive. You can learn, boho braids. And we have also how to pricing your styles. And that is another class too one day. And also we have how to create ads. I'm going to teach you how to create ads, and so you can navigate and go and start making money. These big companies are knowing how to do that. So those are our classes. I just wanted to go through that with everyone, and you might have questions. Some of you ask this question all the time: do I need experience? That's a frequent asked question. Do I need experience? No, you don't need experience. You just need to choose the class that works for you. If you don't have any experience, you choose the beginner's class. Is certification provided? Now, Now, we offer DBP Beautypreneur certification for your skills, to show the skills that you've had here with us, that you have accomplished this program and all that. You still need to check your state laws. If you're in maybe Louisiana, you're in California, you still need to know the state laws. That does not replace that. But definitely this will give you an experience of lifetime. Because I know when you go to your cosmetology school, whatever I'm going to be teaching you, they don't teach you. They're not going to teach you how to hire staff. They're not going to teach you different personalities. They're not going to teach you how to get customers. They're not going to teach you about marketing. So I'm teaching you hands-on training. All right. Now the question is, online or in person? Of course, we answered that. We are doing both online and in person. So we have had a lot of students from other states. Actually, in future, we are planning to do tour. If we have 8 to 10 students, we can do a tour of a day class, but we have to have 8 to 10. So it makes sense where we're going to do a group tour where I can come near you and with a team or something and teach. All right. Ongoing mentorship. Now, it depends what program you choose and you want to continue with mentorship. We can talk about that during the class. All right. Why learn from us? Why from us? You know, somebody is seeing this online and you're like, well, wrong. Somebody is there asking me, why should I enroll with you? Why should I care? What's the difference between us and any other cosmetology school? Now, let me promise, whatever I'm going to teach you, you will never get in your cosmetology school. I promise you will never. I know myself. I know my value. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I've taught, and I've seen people duplicate it and start their own businesses. I know. So, don't worry. You will see the value when you start the class. And which means because I'm going to teach you real salon experience. Now, most times, we're in a generation where my son is in school. They're tired. My son is on in business. But there's no experience. There's nothing. It's just history. Now, the kids are getting tired. So what I did for him is when he goes to school in college, he's also working at the salon and he loves it. Can you imagine him having to close a deal, book a client, and client pays deposit and they see that? That's a real salon experience. I'm going to teach you real salon experience. If you are coming, if you come in person, I'm going to teach you a salon experience. So where you see, we have already a salon that is going on. So what's a bonus? We're going to teach you how to build 6-figure income. That's not even the hard part. Making the money, when you put the systems and you put all this, it's not been the biggest problem for me. Making money, you will make money. There is money in this industry. Okay? So we're going to teach you that. And so much. I have so much to teach you guys. I have so much. So, would you sign up with us? I'm looking forward to having you in the class. We have payment options, payment plans. We're going to pray that in the future we can even have sponsorship. I do not want anyone to be left because of money. I want you to be in the room and learn and meet other students. And let's get and take over this beauty industry. Let's take over beauty industry. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. And if you have more questions, let us know. And we will guide you through the class that you need. And you can book. And let's start this class. And you will see in our website when you sign up, we will tell you these classes. We are trying to do them mornings and evenings. For those who can come in the morning and those who can come evenings, so that we can be able to cater for all of you. Looking forward. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye.